So I told you guys we're going to try to address different topics that help a little bit of everyone, no matter where they're at in this ball python journey. And this is a very simple topic for most people, but it can be rather overwhelming with your choices of available options out there when you're in the field of what to choose. So let's get into the conversation. Hey guys, what's going on? Will here, Flawless is Art of Creations, coming to you guys with another video. Busy week this week. On the Crested Gecko side of things, we're getting ready to head down to Vin, Daytona. Quite a big event down there, and we're very happy to be a part of it. This is going to be our second year doing that actual expo. And getting out there in that region with hopefully our Flawless family members down there. We have actually quite a few Patreon members from Flawless Crested Geckos who's going to be meeting us down there. But for the ball pythons, we will not be vending with ball pythons. We have a couple that we're bringing down for customer pickups. So if you see anything on our morph market, or I'll mention it again here, we actually have, I think, 2 or 3 pairs left of 1.1 male and female normal double het DG pods, 100% double hets. If you're looking into getting into that project on a budget, hit us up, especially on IG, and let us know. Send us a message. We can definitely bring it down, drop it off to you for a customer pickup, or we can ship it. It's not going to be as expensive as you think it may be. We want to offer that, kind of not put it on a morph market or anything like that. Offer it up for people that follow our journey. It's not very much more than, shipping costs, honestly. So hit us up if you want to get into the DG pod project. Now, the topic of the hour, the question we've actually been asked, and we answer all questions that come into our inbox. We are rather new to the breeding side of things, and we want to show you guys our journey and our experience firsthand and be transparent with you. One of the number one questions we've been getting is on our choice in housing. Our choice in rack systems, as far as PVC versus actual rack systems like Freedom Breeder and ARS. We don't currently have any Freedom Breeder racks. We have several ARS racks, and we have several racks from Black Box Cages, which is PVC, and then we also have a couple top tier cages racks, which is a local PVC builder in, well, kind of local to us, but he's up in the Raleigh area. He's actually one of the builders that help supply our entire rack systems almost in its entirety on the Crested Gecko side. We were bringing back trailers full of PVC that he CNC'd and everything out. He does excellent work. So if you're in the Raleigh area, definitely give Matt at Top Tier Cages a good go for what he does up there. It's awesome. So to start off, you can't go wrong with either. Long as you're using a dependable brand. ARS been around forever. Freedom Breeder, I'm sure, been around forever. We just don't have first-hand knowledge with Freedom Breeder. But the PVC cages, Black Box Cages, are amazing. We picked up again in the trailer from them when we purchased from them. We have 4 huge hatchling young juvenile type crossover setups from Black Box Cages. They're amazing in our setup. We're actually featured on their website, our initial setup. Once we set it up, once we got it here, and if you select, I want to say it's the XR20 or XR16, their rack system, and go through the pictures, our actual setup is on their on their page to showcase their product, which is cool. So shout out to them. It is a rather pricey option, but you really do get what you pay for. I can tell the quality of PVC is different that they use. It's very, very dense, extremely heavy, and very, very well built. The support system and everything inside the design, everything that they've done is literally top notch. Now, on the other hand, with Top Tier Cages, his mat work is amazing as well. He has his own warehouse, his own CNC machines. He can build everything pretty much to your liking. What I really like about his design, we have, I believe, 2 racks from him, and he made it almost as a PVC copy of Freedom Breeder, where we actually have a slide out shelf system. Where we can kind of not put anything truly heavy, but you can put, a couple gallons actually of water up there. You can put tubs up there when you're doing tub changes, water changes, and it helps you with the overall process on your week-to-week duties for care. Now, when you're starting to talk about costs, I think it's fairly relative in cost between the two, whether you're going the metal racks versus the PVC racks. But I want you to know, definitely go with someone that provides you with quality. There's a lot of them out there that I haven't mentioned in this video. You have Sea Serpents. You have a ton of different brands out there that's really, really doing their thing when it comes to the PVC. So definitely go with a reputable brand, someone that's going to be responsive and responsible. There's a lot of people that's going with PVC racks and being built by friends, or maybe not friends, but maybe someone who knows someone. There's nothing wrong with doing that either, but make sure you do your due diligence and do your research, because we've actually had friends that did that and we don't know the people they went through, but they never got their cages. They were out of their money, never got their racks, and we don't really know how those situations turned out. So make sure you use a very, very reputable source. Now, in comparing the two, we were asked, why do we have both? Why do we utilize both? Is it just whatever's the best available, most cost efficient at the time? And no, not necessarily. So for us, the reason we have both, if you go back through our videos, some of our first videos here are building ARS racks as they were coming in. We have several ARS racks. They're very high at this point. We try to push them all the way to the ceiling to maximize all of our space in our facility. The vault is roughly 800 square feet. And we don't have any immediate plans on building a new facility until we get another piece of property. We're definitely big into the real estate. But again, that will be another build log and videos and everything when we decide to do that. But the reason we went with those was because, number one, they were the best price for the metal rack. We only had 2 options, was Freedom Breeder from California and then ARS from, I believe, Illinois area. Brian from ARS was absolutely amazing. I will put this out there. We were in contact with Freedom Breeder, pretty much ready to order, because even though we knew it was going to be a tad bit more expensive, we wanted the slide out rack shelf. It's a nice sale add-on. To me, it's worth the price of admission to kind of up the ante on the money that you're spending. These racks, theoretically speaking, they should last decades. You shouldn't have to, replace them, every 4 or 5 years or so. So they should last a very, very long time. So you should feel comfortable buying quality. The reason we didn't go with them was, I guess it was some things lost in translation with communication, messaging them back and forth, trying to put together a multi thousands and thousands of dollars in order in one specific order, and it felt like we were left hanging. Literally, it was weeks at a time. It was no correspondence, and we needed action. So what really turned us on to ARS was that initially, but then when we were speaking with some of the workers at ARS, they were amazing. They were very, very helpful. They got back to us when they didn't call us back. They emailed us back. And then halfway through the process, I come to find out I was messaging via text message with the actual owner, Brian, which was extremely impressive to me as a consumer, as a customer. And the entire process, there was some hiccups and hold up on parts and things being powder coated and things like that. But they kept us in the loop the entire time. They never left us hanging. They answered every question we had. We received the shipment. The first rack, we were missing something, and they overnighted it on their dime. Not a big issue. After that, we ordered another 2 racks, and they came in that were perfect. And after that, we ordered another rack and picked that up, which is the rack we call Fort Knox. Picked that up last Tinley, and yet again, Brian, the owner, came outside away from his booth. We left our booth since we've been Tinley as well, and he helped himself. He helped load the rack into our trailer, which is awesome. So I can't say enough positive things about ARS in our experience. Now, Matt, on the other hand, over with Top Tier Cages, he will literally jump over the moon for you. He will do anything you need that's actual custom, and take care of all your needs. Black box cages, they were available for customer pickup. There were 0 issues. Amazing company. Now, down to the reason, functionality on why we use PVC and the metal caging. We love the functionality, the cost efficiency of the metal caging for breeders and long term. But we also like the PVC's versatility. We utilize the FB5s for our fresh hatchlings as they start taking meals and continue to grow. Ball pythons tend to like small spaces, especially trying to get them going on food. But we can graduate them up in the same system, same rack system, using our FB5s up to FB8s. And then I believe it's also 28 quart that you can fit in there as well. So you can fit 3 different size tubs in the same space on that same rack without having to upgrade your actual rack. So the versatility on the PVC rack systems can't be compared, honestly. So that is the number one reason why we use both. We never know how many babies we're going to end up having. So we actually have plenty of racks, hatchling and adult racks that aren't even plugged up. Hopefully we're sitting there with them full in the years to come. But again, that's a part of our infrastructure and moving forward. We do have a very huge 10 series rack. That's a metal rack. It holds 102 tubs. It's 17 levels, 6 across. It's ARS's newest rack for the 10 series tub, and we really, really love it. That is a semi hatchling grow out rack that, you know, what we did was we sensed that things had slowed up selling wise after we kind of concluded on our first season, and we're like, all right, well, we have a few, like a handful, 4 or 5 snakes that were high dollar snakes that were still around, and we're like, well, we're not going to rush and push them out of the door. We're going to make sure that they're comfortable. We're going to make sure they keep eating. We still got breeder size, tubs in case they need those size as well. We're just going to sit on them until whoever needs them for their projects will have them. So that's pretty much what that Fort Knox rack is for, that as well as holdbacks. So that's how we're utilizing that. But the true available animals and for sale, we're utilizing the PVC tubs because of the versatility. So hopefully, I know it's a kind of rather long explanation for why we're using both, but again, you don't necessarily have to go for what you like. And we don't have the Mini 130. I've heard a lot of great things about it. Typically, people who use the Mini 130, they're already on all metal racks. That's how Bob Vu. We've been to his facility several times. He has several Mini 130s, several 10 series. He's all ARS, no PVC racks at all. And sometimes it's just a visual thing. You want all your racks to match. I get that as well. For us, it's a functionality thing, and we want to maximize everything in our facility in the vault, space-wise, and not be cluttered. So anyway, hopefully that helps you out. We may do a live tomorrow on Instagram. Comment down below if you want to see a live on Instagram, where we'll probably show off snakes, maybe show off some geckos as well. And I don't know if you're going to be down in Daytona, come by, say hello. I know Sammy's definitely going to meet us down there. We're going to talk snakes and hang out, as well as Spirit, Paul, Patricia. We're going to meet them down there, maybe have dinner. But comment down below if you guys want to see IG Live, see what we have available, see what we have that's ready, see what we can bring down for pickup. If you guys want to pick up something from us down in Daytona, we definitely can bring it down for you. But as far as vending, we're not vending with the ball pythons in Daytona yet. We're probably still 3-4 years away. And again, maybe we can go into detail in another video, but the reason behind us not vending with the ball pythons is our ball python business is following up the same pathway as our crested geckos. We didn't vend with crested geckos for the first 3 years. We were literally online only. We're doing the same thing so far with the ball pythons, but there is a bigger customer base, a bigger draw that we've seen to the ball pythons. That being said, still we had 250 babies year one last year. We had about 40 holdbacks that were growing out still currently, and that left us with roughly 210 hatchlings that we missed our odds on certain breedings. We probably have 4 or 5 from year one left. So everything is pretty much gone, and that was without vending so far. So our goal is to start creating or continue to create. We're already hitting some very, very nice world's first, really cool combos, things in the triple recessive. We have a ton of quad hets where we're going to work that in the years to come. We're planning on being in this for a couple decades, kind of doing our thing, pushing the regimen, pushing the industry in our own little way. But we don't want to vend a show until we have a nice collection of available and not for sale animals that we can lace our tables with. And you come to our table and you're seeing one-of-one animals that you're not seeing on anyone else's table. It's just something that we like to do. We want to be known for the genes that we're working with and have a major draw for you to come, meet and greet, hang out, talk to different genetics, and do our thing. We mirroring the same people that's been out there that's done it. Levant's a straight fire. He does the same exact thing. Canova does the same thing. Even though he's the leader of the industry, he's not vending a ton of shows. He's doing the major shows, and a lot of the time his expenses definitely outweigh any of the snakes he's actually selling. He can probably sell $10,000 in snakes at a show and still be upside down and in the red just because of all his traveling expenses, flights for his staff, and everything else. So again, we want to pay attention to what's going on in the industry. Take what we know on the business side of things, put our little twist to it, and follow our projects with our passion. But again, hopefully we'll see you down in Daytona. Come hang out, come take a picture. It doesn't matter if you buy anything from us at all. We love talking snakes, we love hanging out. And comment down below if you want us to do a live on IG on tomorrow. It will have to be Wednesday if we do it. But anyways, Will, Flawless Exotic Creations. Hopefully that comparison between metal and PVC rack system helped you out for your next purchase. But we out.